My first job after college was at the William Morris Agency in Beverly Hills. It's now William Morris Endeavor, but that was before the merger. And I worked for a television agent, and that's where I really was able to learn my passion for television programming. And I learned a lot at the William Morris Agency, mostly about how the whole town works. And I used to be able to write, take notes for minutes for the television meetings, and so I got to know all the agents, and I just was able to learn everything that goes on in television. And I was very friendly with all the people I spoke to on the phone, which were mostly also secretaries. We were not called assistants, we were called secretaries. And one day, somebody I was friendly on the phone, I never met her in person, said, "Oh, Lori, this is so great. We just got to pick up. We're going to be doing Barney Miller. We did the pilot, and we're going to do 13 episodes." And I said, "Oh, that's great. You're going to need more secretaries over there." So she says, "Hold on a second." And she came back and she said, "Okay, they want to meet you at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning." And I got that job. And that's how I made my transition out of the agency into television production. At the agency, I learned that I did not want to be an agent. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but it was not to be an agent. So on the Barney Miller set, we were a very small production, and I worked for the casting director and one of the producers, and an executive in charge of production, meaning the guy that did the budgets and the hiring. And so I learned, again, how a television show works. But the casting director I work for is where I really felt a connection. And I was very involved with her in picking the actors for Barney Miller. And we just had that one show, very focused, and it was mostly character actors. And that's where I was able to learn casting and to realize that this was a good place for me. I had a very strong memory for names, which I had always had, and I was able to remember people, and I learned to start being critical of performances and to get to know how the agency representation works, which is really important in casting. And I learned a lot from Danny Arnold, my first boss on the show, who was really wonderful at casting, and not to mention comedy, which is what he was known for. And I just was able to learn so much about television from that first job.